minute. It's your people, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't spoke to y'all in a minute, man. Just wanted to hit y'all up with some things that's going on in the news. I just wanted to talk about, you know what I'm saying? So today I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, the rapper Trouble, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? The ATL rapper, you know what I'm saying, ended up losing his life down in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He got caught lacking, got caught slipping in a little shorty house, man. You know what I'm saying? Ex-boyfriend, jealous in love, came through, killed him, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I had to speak on this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I definitely got perspective on this, man. And that's one of the things, man, that the older you get, the more wisdom you get, the more you understand things, the more you see things. You don't see things the same way you see them when you were a young boy. And y'all gotta forgive me, man. I'm looking down at my pad, you know what I'm saying? I keep looking down at my pad and shit because I had to write some of this stuff down because if I didn't, I'd forget. You know what I'm saying? So, come to find out, man, dude, you know what I'm saying? He had performed, you know what I'm saying? Had the after party, you know what I'm saying? He been talking to a little shorty and shit, and she told him to come through her house, you know what I'm saying? They was gonna lay up and do their thing, you know what I'm saying? That's the first mistake, you know what I'm saying? I understand. I've been young. I have been in my 20s. I have done that. You know what I'm saying? 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I'm gonna come through after the club. I've done that. But you just gotta be more aware of your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, when I was pulling up at shorty's houses at like 3 in the morning, shit, I pull, if I didn't pull through the house, I pull down the street. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna sit there and just watch the house for 20 minutes, half an hour, just watching, you know what I'm saying? Just see what's going on this middle of the night. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Shit, little buddy gonna jump up out the bushes, you know what I'm saying? He's stalking and whatever. But I was just paranoid like that. Some people call it paranoid. Some people call it sanity. You know what I'm saying? And I call it sanity. You know what I'm saying? I call it common sense. You know what I'm saying? You take these extra precautions, you know what I'm saying, that most people wouldn't take. But shit, when you living that life and doing that type of things, you know, you better take precautions like that. So you gotta realize, man, when you don't know nothing about this girl, you know what I'm saying? She ain't told you about the dude. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been talking or whatever. She ain't said, hey, I got a crazy baby daddy. I got a crazy boyfriend. He might show up over here. They're not going to tell you none of that shit. So you got to assume that that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if they do tell you, oh yeah, I used to mess around with so-and-so, but you know, we ain't together no more. Well, how long y'all been broke up? And in this case, they was only broke up 2 weeks. Come on now, man. You gotta think proactive. You gotta damn near think like you the perpetrator. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know, you laying in this house, you butt ass naked. You done did that. You don't know if this dude got a key. You don't know nothing other than she told you to come over there and lay up. And I don't care if you do got a pistol, because everybody talking about, man, you know what I'm saying, I would have had my gun on me or whatever. A gun, when you fall asleep, you at a disadvantage. You can have a tank with you. You fall asleep, you at a disadvantage. It don't make no difference. You could be strapped up like Rambo. Bullets all on you. But if you fall asleep, you are at a disadvantage. Regardless, you got AK-47 on you. It don't matter. You fall asleep, that's your ass. For one, don't even fall asleep. If you go in there and do your thing, get the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying, baby? Listen, I got things I got to do. I got to go so-and-so. I'm up out of here. And you better keep your head on a swivel when it's time to leave. You know what I'm saying? These young boys, man, they don't look at things the same way. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize, man, and the laws that they got down there is territory laws. You know what I'm saying? You was in that man's house. He got mail coming there. He only been gone for 2 weeks. That's his house. And I've seen the police statement of the girl. She referred to the place as the dude's home. Come on, man. Come on. He could have walked up in there and been like, you know what, Your Honor, I walked in there. I thought he was raping my girl. I shot him. You know, fragments of the bullet accidentally hit her too. I didn't know, Your Honor. I came home. We had been fussing and fighting. I came home and, you know, I didn't know what was going on. So I just shot him. You know what I'm saying? And walk. As a young boy, you got to be smarter than that, man. You can't put yourself in that type of position to where you could get done dirty like that, man. You can't do it. And I'm speaking from position of I've done that shit before. You know what I'm saying? I have done that. I've taken more risk than you can ever imagine. You know what I'm saying? There's a saying, you don't get old being stupid, motherfucker. And I believe that. You know what I'm saying? So the stupid mistakes you make when you're young, you better not make those mistakes when you get older. But you won't get old. Something's gonna get you. You better wise up. You know what I'm saying? So you up in here laying with this shorty. You don't know what kind of issues him and her got. You don't know, damn, is she a habitual cheater? Are you the first dude that he done caught it in the house? Or you just the next dude? Like, damn, I just caught this girl up in this the second nigga she done had in the house this week. Oh no. You don't know nothing about their situation and what they going to, and it just ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? I got beliefs, man, that there's certain women that you get older, you gotta let them go. You can't mess with them. You know what I'm saying? That's a woman with a boyfriend or a husband. Don't even waste your time, dog. I don't care how fine she is or whatever. You gotta overlook that shit. And when I was young, I ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that telling y'all this, that y'all will learn from wisdom from these words I'm speaking when not having to go through the bullshit like I did. You know, but having a boyfriend or a husband, you don't want no parts of that, because you don't want to get mixed up in that bullshit. And now you in man, it's bullshit. I got my nephew, man, you know what I'm saying? He came up here, he from out of state, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's happening, man? You know what I'm saying? He told me he up here because some nigga that shot out his car windows or whatever over some girl. And I'm like, man, dude, what is he doing? Man, look at this pull up his phone, show me. I don't want to see you smashing that girl. This the girl that got your car shot up? These young dudes, man, they think this is fly shit. It's not fly shit, man. It's not. I know you think it is when you're young. I thought it was when I was young doing my thing, but there was certain things that happened to me the older I got to make me realize this ain't fly shit. This is bullshit. And getting to another level in life is more important than doing this little misdemeanor shit that I'm out here doing in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to get with a woman who's got a girlfriend or, a husband or boyfriend, a dude that's fresh out of jail, or she say her dude is in jail. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to mess with her because you don't know what type of feelings that she has for him, and she still got something on his books. He's still calling her. She's still going to go see him. Do they got kids? Is he about to get out? She telling him, yeah, baby, when you get out, it's going to be me and you. You can come over here. I got you. So he eating all this up. So when he hit the bricks and come home and see this shit, come on, man. You asking for trouble. You asking for trouble in that situation. And let me see. And a dude that's in the military. You don't want no parts of that shit either. And she say, my husband, he's in the military, he overseas or whatever, and you know, I really like you and I want to be with you and all that. Don't believe that shit, man. Don't believe that shit. One thing I've learned in this lifetime, man, I see better than I hear. I see better than I hear. All them damn words you talking about, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. I believe what the things I see. So you telling me I ain't with him, I ain't X, Y, and Z, I'm not going to believe nothing until I see him back in the mix. And then I see what you do, see what your actions are. Because it's not just women, it's men too. People in general will tell you anything. Turn your ears off and believe what your eyes say when it comes to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to realize that you're also dealing with, I'm only speaking on women at this point, but you deal with women. Some women love making a dude mad. Some women love getting dudes pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get off on that shit. Get a dude all adrenaline rushing and she ain't even doing shit. She over at her mama house, but you don't know where she at. So you calling all around and you out looking for her and shit. And she like, man, boy, I'm in my mama house. And she really big. But she know that they pisses you off and they like getting you excited. They like seeing emotion. Because some women believe that if you ain't showing them no emotion, then you don't love them. You know, I had a couple people try to do me like that back in the day because my emotions, I keep them tempered. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to get a read on me. You know what I'm saying? I've always been the type of dude that, you know what I'm saying, you fuck up, I just walk out. You know what I'm saying? I just leave. And that's what hurts them more. So if they can get you excited, get you all riled up, then yeah, I really got him now or shit, that type of shit. So you want to stay away from shit like that too. But as a man, you know, I've also learned that, you know, women, they love the attention that other men are giving them. So it's like, I got all these dudes trying to get at me. I got my crazy ass baby daddy, he's still trying to get at me. And I just met this rapper, he balling. So I gotta, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to do all this shit. And it seems like Trouble Man he was a poppin' rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had reason to believe in himself, to be like, you know what, I'm looking at myself like you looking at yourself. Like, why the hell? And you just go, I'm just at your beck and call. Or just come over here. And I'm supposed to come just risk my life to come over there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, it don't go like that. You know what I'm saying? You need to be trying to break your neck to get to me. You need to be like, where you at? Where you going? You know what I'm saying? Can we get together? Not on some, I'm over here, stop dude. No, You're going to need to make some kind of effort. You're going to need to do some shit, because I'm looking at myself just like you look at yourself. You think you the prize? I think I'm the prize. So all that, just stop dude. No. Why you got me walking into a setup? No. I'm going to need you to get your ass up off the bed and get dressed and come over here and see what's happening with me. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. But you got to look at yourself. You got to hold yourself in high esteem, high regard when it comes to shit like that. And what else? And that whole spending the night at a chick's house, don't do that shit, man. Don't do that shit. I mean, and I've been guilty of doing that shit, man. I go over there, you know what I'm saying, put it down, fuck around, fall asleep. And it could have been plenty of times I got walked up on. I got, you know, shit happened to me. And certain things did happen to me, you know what I'm saying, that I'm going to tell y'all about. But, you know, all that falling asleep at some chick's house that you barely know, don't do that shit, man. I've done that shit 100 times, and I was lucky, you know what I'm saying, that no shit like that ever happened. But I had other bad shit happen that made me wise up to the damn thing. But that type of shit, messing with co-workers and that type of thing, leave all that shit alone, bruh. That ain't what you want, man. That ain't what you want, man. I used to have this, one of the things, man, when you messing with a co-worker, man, that's got a dude, a woman will be in a terrible relationship. You know, they dealing with a dude that's calling them bitches and hoes and accusing them of cheating and making their life a fucking living hell. And there you are, you doing the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you laying roses down enough, but you just fucking nice to the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, man, at least he's nice to me. When I get off work, I gotta go home and listen to this nigga accusing me of shit. And, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even fucking working, been here all day, got my car, ain't doing this shit. But then this other dude at work, and at least he's nice, at least he bought me lunch and shit like that. So women get attracted to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You just thinking you being nice, but they getting emotionally attached because of some shit that's going on in their home life. So next thing you know what I'm saying, she's trying to get all the way involved with you. And you like, you know, okay, that's cool, but one thing I've learned, when people set rules in the beginning, them rules, man, that shit falls by the wayside. That shit falls by the wayside for men and women But since I'm a man, I'm only talking about the perspective that I've been into. So I've been in situations where it's been like, listen, I got a lady, you got a dude, this is what we gonna do. We're gonna get together, we're gonna do our thing, and that's gonna be it. We're gonna leave them feelings outside and do what we do. It's always cool at the beginning. It's always, yeah, I got you, we gonna do this. Yeah, that's what it is. You put that shit down right a couple times, and that shit's out the window. Now that shit's out the window. Now it's like, I got feelings, I love you, I want us to be together, fuck him, and all. And you as a dude, you sitting back like, man, I ain't signed up for this shit because I still feel the same way. You know I got a lay. Me and you just got together to do what we do. So now you getting hit with. So when you leaving? When you leaving her? Man, that's just another reason for you not to even get involved in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth it. Getting involved with coworkers, doing all this crazy shit. None of that shit's worth it, bro. None of that shit is worth it. None of that shit whatsoever is worth it at all. Yeah, none of that shit's worth it at all, man. All that co-worker shit, leave that shit behind, man. I had some bad shit happen to me with that shit, man. So, to give y'all a good little story, a little game and shit. So I had this co-worker, man. She was married. You know what I'm saying? I was in a relationship. And the dude used to put his hands on her and shit. So we started off like, we just gonna do our thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Once I put it down a couple times, man, she'd lose it. You know what I'm saying? She's telling everybody at the job, you know what I'm saying, what I'm working with. And showing, I was young, so of course I'm sending dick pics and all this other shit. She's sending me all kind of videos and pictures and shit. So, the more reckless I was seeing her get, like, we gotta keep this shit on the low. Now she's telling the whole building. I'm like, man, what's all this shit I'm hearing? I'm getting people coming up to me talking about shit that me and you have done. Like, I ain't told nobody. Well, how they know? You know what I'm saying? Like, how they know? So they'll hit you with shit like that, and it's like, you start rethinking things, man. Like, this shit ain't worth it. So this particular girl, she became super reckless with it, man. You know what I'm saying? She's talking to everybody. She's showing all her friends what I'm working with, telling them blow by blow, how it's going down, or whatever, not knowing that these same girls you talking to as your friends is coming behind your back talking about, so what's up? And, I'm in my 20s, so I'm like, you know what's up. So now I'm taking down you and your friend when it really wouldn't even have went down like that. But you kept telling her what it was with me. You kept telling her how good I was in bed to the point where she was like, shit, I want to see for myself. A girl told me, she was like, man, she kept showing these damn pictures. And I was like, shit, she don't know what to do with that. She need to let me have that. Next thing you know, I'm fucking her and her friend, which was some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy, man, because on that particular note, man, I was hitting her and her friend, so there was like 3 friends. And let's say friend A is the original girl, friend B is the friend who she told, and friend C was their mutual friend who knew about me and both of them. She knew about me and both of them. So I guess, I don't know which one was with the C, the third friend, but whatever they were saying that night when they went out to the club or whatever, she must have got too drunk and she was talking about me. And was like, man, this nigga do this, he do that. I can't wait. This nigga about to take me down. The third girl gets so fucking pissed off, like, man, I'm sick of hearing about this dude. I'm sick of hearing about this nigga. I need to tell you something. Both of y'all. And told them both that I was taking them down. I had been taking them down for a couple years without them even knowing about it. Both of them. Best friends. Neither one of them knew nothing until the third one told them. So I'm asleep. I get this call. I slept through the call. I get the voicemail the next morning. Baby, I miss you. I'm thinking about you. I just wanted to talk to you. Just wanted to hear your voice. I miss you so much. Call me when you wake up. As soon as you get this message, baby, call me. I want to see you. Click. I wake up and hear that shit. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm the man. She fainted. Man, I called that girl back. That was some smooth shit. If she could have reached you that phone and choked my ass, she would have done it. Blew my whole spot up. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do, now I'm in scramble mode. I'm trying to fix it between both of them. You know what I'm saying? Which I eventually did. And kept on doing what I was doing with both of them, but that's another story. I was young and dumb. I had to let that go. But the point I'm trying to make is that after that, that girl, that original girl kept fucking with me. She was married. She kept fucking with me. Invite me over to the house. I'm in the house. I'm in the dude's man cave. I'm in the basement. I'm everywhere. We getting it on in the living room. We done been everywhere in that damn house. One day, let me back up. Before that, I had kept telling her, you too reckless with this shit. You talking too much. She's talking about, I don't care if the nigga do find out. I'm sick of his shit. Fuck him. I don't care if he do find out. And if he do, and. She was one of them type of motherfuckers. So, she had that mentality, man. You know what I'm saying? Kept everything in her phone, didn't erase shit. I'm taking the lock off my phone. And looking back at it now, she's one of them type of girls I described in the beginning. She love the drama. She want to get her dude amped up. While he out creeping on her, doing his thing, she want him to know, nigga, somebody do care about me. Somebody do want me. Somebody do want to fuck me. He ain't believing the shit. So he like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants your ass. X, Y, and Z. You know, so she had to show him. So she let that shit go. She gets in the shower, leaves her phone in the bedroom, unlocked. He see everything. All the calls, text messages, pictures. She done wrote in whipped cream, my name all on her. Man, he sees everything. So I don't know what the hell happened between her. They got into it, but, you know, I don't know what all went down between him and her. But what I do know is that next morning, I got a text message. I woke up to a text message first thing in the morning, grabbed my phone, looked at the shit and just said, so how long you been fucking my wife? I look at the phone, I'm like, this bitch. This bitch. I'm like, man, you know what, man? This shit ain't worth it no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody play by the rules. Hey, man, ain't no rules in this love and war shit, like they say. But that made me get out of that shit, man. It wasn't worth it, man. It was not worth it. Dudes will kill you over their woman, kill you over their wives, kill you over their girlfriends, kill you over their fiancés, just kill you over somebody they like. It's any reason to kill you. I ain't got no time to be beefing with. I didn't have no time to be beefing with somebody's husband about your wife. I'm going back and forth with you about your wife. Nah, man. I ain't even have enough time to be like, you know what? I ain't the one you need to talk to, dude. You need to be talking to her. No. Because I knew she was married and I was pursuing that shit. I was in the nigga's house. She ain't forced me over there. So if I ever did get the conversation with him, you know, and I told him, hey, I was all in the house. I was at X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? That would have just pissed him off even more. So it wasn't even worth it, man. That's the type of shit, man, that I used to do. That I used to think was fly shit. That shit was never fly. That shit was dumb. That shit was dumb. I was taking my life in my hands, doing that crazy shit, and the shit was never worth it. I was doing that shit all the time. I took down whole places I used to work. I took down whole buildings, dog. Like, I'm hitting everybody in the building. You know what I'm saying? So, but I had been on the other side of that. There was another coworker at a different place one time that she was fine. She was fine as hell. And we talked on the phone a couple times. We ain't never had nothing physical. A couple text messages, you know what I'm saying, what we want to do to each other, whatever. She lets her dude find the shit. He calls me, I answer this time. So what's up with you and my girl, man? Cause she's saying that she making it seem like y'all, you know what I'm saying, ready to do X, Y. And I'm like, whoa, man. I ain't touched your girl, man. I don't care what the hell she say. I ain't kissed her. I ain't hugged her. I ain't done none of that shit. All we did was talk on the phone a couple times, send a couple text messages, and that's it, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. If it was something else, I would just come out and tell you. This was after that first one, so I kind of learned, like, just be straight up with the dude. But after that shit, I was out. I was out of the game, man. Like, I'm not entertaining this shit no more. So if you got a boyfriend or some shit like that going on, I was never into that shit. You see, I know y'all be listening to these rappers and shit talking about I be fucking bitches all up in their home and all this crazy shit. Like, man, okay. A lot of dudes is doing that, and a lot of dudes get killed doing that shit. So you think just because you got your pistol on you, you don't know what this girl is up to. You know what I'm saying? She know he get home at 3:15. And just tell you come over at 2:45, get butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got my strap on me. Yeah, okay. You know, they think just because they got the strap on them, you know what I'm saying, that it's all that, man. And like I said, man, I've been on both sides of this equation, man. I have been the dude in the house with the little shorty in the bed when somebody knock at the door. I have been the dude on the other side of the door. I have been the dude inside the house with the shorty when my old lady come knocking at the door. You know what I'm saying? I have done all that shit. I have done all that shiesty, conniving shit. I have done it all. Back in the day, I had a little shorty in the house, and so we doing our thing. She spent the night. Next thing I know, my front door, apartment complex. I don't know who the hell let this girl in the main door. One of them fools let her ass in. So now she's at my front door knocking. So I'm like, it's the middle of the night. So I'm like, I creep to the door. I'm looking out the peephole and shit. Like, damn, fuck. What can I do? I don't know what made me do this shit. So she's at the door. I'm like, she's banging and shit. Boom, 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 boom. I fucking go to the back where my phone is. And I ain't talking about cell phone. This is back when the house phone days. I pick up the house phone. I call her house. I know she's not there because she's banging at my front door. I call her house like, hey baby, hey, I've been riding around looking for you. You know, I just wanted to see you and I miss you and I just want you to know I was thinking about you and I hope I'm gonna sit out here outside your house for a little while and I hope you come home and you know, I just want to spend my time with you and I just love you and you know, baby, I just miss you. You just like, come home, baby. I hung the phone up. She gets home. She leaves my front door, gets home, hears that voice message, plays that shit for all her friends that was in the car with her. This nigga, you got this nigga whipped, girl. Damn, girl. Shit. He sound like a straight up simp. I'm at the house with a bitch. I'm at the house with somebody. But that's what I did, and she never knew about that shit. She never found out about that shit because of how I played that. So the next morning, she like, I got your message. I'm like, oh yeah, baby, you know, I was riding around looking for you. I got to drinking with my dudes and shit, and got drunk and, you know, fell asleep and shit. And nothing was ever discussed ever again. And I'm in the house with a hoe. Played it like that. There is nothing you can say, nothing you can do that I haven't done when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to let y'all know, man, y'all got to be careful, man. Like, some of these women, you know, men and women, they do shiesty shit, you know what I'm saying? And you get your ass caught up. You know, I know of, it's hard to trust these days, man. It's real hard to trust. I know a dude that went to jail, you know what I'm saying? He caught a big case, you know what I'm saying? He was in jail probably like, I don't know if he was 20 or 15. He caught some numbers, you know what I'm saying? But when he first caught the case, he was in the county. This is right after he got arrested. He ain't even got charged yet. And I went to some party, some house party, back in the field back in the day. And don't you know, I seen his woman, he just got arrested, his woman with his best friend all hugged up in the kitchen. I never forget that shit. And I ain't gonna say the dude's name, but I never forgot my dude's name, his best friend's name, and I don't know the girl's name, but I know she got babies with him. I know that was his oldest kid's baby mama. And I never forget that shit, man. I seen that shit, and I was like, these motherfucking females, man, it wasn't even females. It was like, niggas ain't shit. All y'all ain't shit. She ain't shit for getting with him. He ain't shit for getting with her. And that's they mans and shit. So I just want y'all to know, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to come off as I'm on my soapbox or I'm above reproaching this shit, because I have played all positions of this. I have been on every side of this shit, even the crazy husband, boyfriend type of motherfucker. I had even played that position. So I'm not going to just tell y'all all the funny shit and, you know, all the shit that, you know, makes me look a certain type of way without telling you the bad shit. The bad shit that I've done, which this shit ain't proud of have done. But when I was young, I was on that bullshit. So it was this one time, man, you know what I'm saying? Me and my lady, we was having problems back in the day, and we ended up separating. You know what I'm saying? We went our separate ways. You know, she was doing her, I damn sure was doing me. You know what I'm saying? But you know how this shit go, man. You like to see your lady. You want to be fucking around, but you don't want her fucking around, basically. You know what I'm saying? So when I found out she was fucking around, you know, I did what any other crazy motherfucker would do. I got all the information I could get about dude, and you know, this is I tend to take shit too motherfucking far. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about me, man. I tend to go overboard with the shit. You know what I'm saying? When shit's all said and done, motherfuckers, as you were saying, see, he didn't even have to do all that type shit. But you know, I got all the information from the dude. I asked her. I don't think she even told me it was nothing or whatever, but I knew it was. I found out that it was. So I got all the information from the dude, found out his name, his wife's name, where they live, where his mama stay, where his people stay at. Anything you can imagine about this person, I got all the information. So one day, you know, when they worked together. So one day I went up to the job and shit, you know, she was working upstairs and shit, and I went to the front desk and I asked for dude, you know what I'm saying, like on some, you know, is so and so, can I speak to so and so? They was like, yeah. So I stood in the lobby. He came in. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? I just want to know if I can have a word with you. Oh yeah, man, come on, man. Go step into my office and talk to me, man. So we go into the office. He goes in. I shut the door behind him. You know, we sit down. Talking, and I asked him, you know what I'm saying, do you know who I am? And he was like, nah, I don't know you. And I said, I ain't gonna lie, I said, you know my wife? And he was like, nah, who's that? And I said a name, and he was like, nah, I mean, not really. I mean, you know, I think she works here, but I don't know really. At this point, I go in my waistband, take the gun out, put the gun on the table and on his desk, and I ask him again. I'm gonna ask you again, bruh. Do you know who my wife is? Oh, bruh. Yeah, man, I know who she is, man, and so and so and so and so. And I'm like, so what's up with y'all? And, you know, he at this point he proceeds to tell me everything I want to know. You know what I'm saying? And he tells me everything I want to know, and I tell him that I really don't want this to go no further than this, because I don't know him, but I know me, and I don't want this to go any further than this off. I would hate to have to take this drama over to so-and-so street. Now I'm reading off addresses. Now I'm reading off his mama's address, his grandma's address, other addresses of the family, his address. I read off addresses at that point. Like, I really would hate for this fucking drama to have to go over to so-and-so street and then bleed over into so-and-so street and whatever. I'm reading off whole addresses, numbers and everything. So now I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, that would really fuck everything up, because I know you got a big day coming up. It was his anniversary was coming up and shit. At this point, the nigga, he's white as a ghost. At this point, man, like, man, listen, bro, ain't nothing. It ain't nothing about nothing. I'm like, all right, man. So, you know, I picked the gun up, put it back down. I leave the office. Then he could have and probably should have just called the police on me. That's probably what he should have done, but he didn't do it. So I get, you know what I'm saying, to the parking lot, you know what I'm saying, I call my wife downstairs and shit, and she comes into the parking lot, and like, what you doing up here? And I asked her, you know, so what's up with you and dude? You know what I'm saying? Of course, she says nothing. And at that point, it was just like, you know what? I just wanted to see if he was going to lie to me. Because one thing about me, if I ask you a question, I already know the answer to it. You know what I'm saying? I rarely ask questions of people. And if I do, I already know the answer. I've already figured out what the answer is. And I just want to know if you're going to be fucking honest or lying to me. So she said there wasn't nothing going on. I just told her, you know what I'm saying? I already know. Dude has already told me everything. You know what I'm saying? He already told me what it was or whatever. At that point, I just let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I don't know if he told her everything that happened in that office. Yeah, he had to, because she found out by the time she got home. She knew everything I had done and shit. And what I'm saying is, man, that shit, that ain't something, man, that I look back on my life and like I'm proud of that I did, and like that's a moment that I cherish and shit. That was like the worst, man. That's like the biggest simp type of shit that a motherfucker could ever do. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even with the girl. Y'all separated. Y'all both fucking other people. So why the fuck are you getting mad because she's doing? Because you found out about it. But that's how dudes are. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, listen, I want to be smashing all these chicks. But I don't want you fucking with nobody. You still mine. That type of shit. I was on that bullshit. And so getting older, man, you realize, man, the error of your ways and shit. That was all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I was dead wrong for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Didn't get called out on it then, but I was mature enough once I got older to know I was wrong with that shit. I was in the wrong. That was bullshit, man. I was on some sucker shit at the time, man. But I just wanted to throw that part in there, man, because I didn't want y'all thinking, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to make myself seem like something that I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just real, and I like telling stories of shit that I've been through, you know what I'm saying, to help people. I mean, because I talk to people every day in my spot, you know what I'm saying, and people like, man, I feel you on that shit, man. So I just wanted to do that, throw that part in there. Come on, man. Come on. You gotta demand honesty. I've been in that type of situation. That shit can end bad. I have not been honest with women, and they ran into each other. Next thing you know, my motherfucking car, motherfucking house, baseball bat, all that shit broke out because I wasn't upfront and honest and told them what it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm Mr. Slick. I'm Mr. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that type of shit. It wasn't fucking worth it, man. Just be fucking honest with people, man. And if somebody got an old lady, old man, you know what I'm saying, find out and just make your decision accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all grown, y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. But I would advise not to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody say they can handle the real deal, but until it get put down, then everybody lose their fucking mind and somebody's getting shot, killed, stabbed, or some bullshit's going on. So that's all I wanted to talk about today, man. I'm going to get up out of here and do my thing, man. But I'm going to try to make these videos a little bit more often, man. But I'm going to be getting with y'all, man. I know what it is.